Hi guys, I'm doing this in English first time. I'm Beata. I'm Kasia's mom. Kasia is 9 years old and she's living with SynGAP1 related disorders. If you're plugged into our community, a SynGAP1 community, perhaps you've seen her pictures, her videos, and some articles about her within our community, and perhaps you've seen me, but if you didn't, let me introduce myself. I'm Beata. We live in Arizona. Kasia's 9 years old and she has a 4-year-old sister. I represent Arizona for Cure SynGAP1. I'm an Arizona state ambassador for Cure SynGAP1, and I am international ambassador for Poland. And I've been doing these driving videos called in Polish Beata jedzie, which is Beata driving, and talking about SynGAP1 for a couple of years now, but never in English until today. Today is my first video in English and addressing our local community here in Arizona, first of all, but broader community in US and English-speaking community as well. What I usually do for Poland, I talk about current issues, what's going on currently in SynGAP1 world. I talk about SynGAP science a little bit. I am not a scientist. I have a business degree. And I'm not a podcaster or anything. I just feel this is the best way to communicate things that I want to communicate to our Polish community at the beginning, because the podcast has the best reach. But now I think it's time to talk to my Arizona community and US community in English, since we have to come together a little bit more as a community, because we're facing clinical trials. Very, very interesting time in SynGAP1, and I think we need to be more alert, and I think we need to be more prepared. And if this podcast helps you, I'll be very happy. So why am I driving? Because like all of you, I have pretty much no time to sit down and record anything. My life is very busy, as all of yours. You understand. So in the times that Kasia's out of school, she goes to ABA therapy in a center. Normally she has at home ABA therapy after school, but she goes to the center-based therapy, and it's 40 minutes away one way. So pretty much all day, all I do is drive. So I go 40 minutes one way, I drop her off, I leave her for 3 hours, and then I pick her up. That's another 40 minutes. So it's 2.5 hours a day, just back and forward. So this is a perfect time to record something that in my downtime, because I've tried to do this, like actually sit down in the office and record. Well, I won't do it. There's never time. That doesn't work out. So this downtime I use to communicate with others via video podcast, and you'll see me just driving around and I'm just talking to you, and I hope I can talk to you in a way that it's comforting to you, makes you think about some things about SynGAP, your children with SynGAP, your adult children with SynGAP. I hope I bring some hope and some comfort to your life. Anyway, again, I am not professional at this. This is not going to professionally made. This is not This is not going to be edited. It's not going to be cut. It's not. There's just none of this. I talk on the phone in my car, and then I post it on the YouTube, and that's the way it is. So anyway, that's who I am. Today, this topic has been going just kind of roaming into my head. If you know me a little bit, you know I do this. I will wake up at 4 a.m. and just have this idea stuck in my head, and this one has been in my head for a long time, that we need to start talking a little bit more about this real possibility of clinical trials and what it takes to be in a clinical trial for a disease like SynGAP1, and how to make this decision to participate or not participate. So I will tell you based on my example and my thinking process about the whole situation. I will not tell you what you're going to do, or you must do, or you mustn't do. I'm not here to advise you on what to do. I'm here to ask you to think about this now before it actually happens. Because if you're like me, and I think most people are cautious, it will take you a little bit of time to come to decision. It took me about a year, and it's been a while ago, but about a year ago, it took me about a year to really analyze pluses and minuses and my feelings about experimental treatment for Kasia. So I didn't make decision lightly, but I will tell you about this. So and maybe you can think about those things as well. So ASO clinical trial for SynGAP, we know that CAMP4, American company, is promising us clinical trial in the second half of 2026, officially for children 2 to 18 years old, phase 1 and 2, officially for nonsense and frame shift mutations, and officially from exon 5 and above. So it's very important that all of us knows our variant and our mutation, our type of mutation. So that's a step one. We need to know the variant. Oh, I have to answer the phone. Hold on, you guys.